We haven't started yet. Those are for the video. You don't get them right now. You get them in a second. No, no. Here, Gypsy, you hold them. So welcome back, everybody. So today we are going to talk a little bit about nail trims and tips for nail trims. My kids are long overdue for a trimming, and I get still a lot of questions asked about tips on how I do it. So hopefully something in this will help. You're so focused on those cookies. So the first things first, when you're trying to get your dog used to nail trims, is you pray. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe sometimes with cattle dogs. But when my dogs are babies, or even when they're not babies, like Silver, we got her when she was older, you always want to practice touching their paws. I've mentioned that in other videos, that touch is very important. For instance, if my puppies are sleeping, you know, as you're petting their heads or their bellies while they're sleeping, you just kind of like sneak over and pet their paws. Yes, we call them paws. And I did this with all of them. I would grab their paws, I would kind of like mess with their nails, play with their toes, just to kind of get them used to me touching their feet. And you do that with the backside too, you know, you just pretend like, oh, I'm just petting you while you're sleeping, and then you move down and, you know, grab their footsie. Why are you breathing heavy? Do you know the nail trim's coming? And even if you do get them used to it like that, with them not acting totally crazy, they can still get nervous during them. And then also, I know, you're ready for it. You're like, oh, I smell them. They're not, nope, stop. Oh, the puppy cuteness. And obviously give paw or shake, whichever command you use. Here, why don't you back up a little bit? I don't think they can see you. I can't see what I'm doing. There you go. But, you know, yeah, you know, he gives paw very well. So, well, you know, while they have their paw, obviously you just can feed them tiny little treats out of your hand. And, you know, I'm trying to like do stuff like that. Touch his nails as he's focused on the treats. Yes, you do this very well. I feel like there's something sticky in your paw pad. Oh my God, there's so much drool. Oh my gosh. But those are kind of like the obvious things you do to get them to, or not get them to, get them used to you touching their feet. You know, another thing I know trainers sometimes do or teach is to keep a lead on them, or you can even just use a regular leash with their collar. So if they, you know, give paw, if they would give paw, and let's pretend he acted like a total jerk and snapped at me, I could like snap his, not snap, but pull his head back. I shouldn't say snap his head back, because that's, you don't do that to dogs. I've never done that for teaching them on give paw, and yes, I've always just been patient with the give paw and and sneaking, touching their feet while they're sleeping, and then work my way into when they're like awake during playtime. When we're playing with the dogs, I will, you know, grab their feet, play with them a little bit, like rub them. Stop going after the cookie jar, kid. Another thing for nail trims, like in the previous videos, you do not get it for just smack at me with your paw. In previous videos, I showed where we put, you know, some kibble and cookies in front of Sully, and we trimmed his nails that way. But if just setting treats and stuff in front of them doesn't work very well for you, you can always get a lick mat. These things have suctions on the back. You know, some people just use these as an interactive toy as well. You know, they'll stick to the floor, or let's see if we can. They're also supposed to stick to the walls, but I don't know if it's because of my old plaster walls that are uneven. This one is not sticking for some reason. Aha, it will stick to this. So it's just my plaster walls. So if you have an old Victorian house, this might not be the thing for you to get. And you can smear peanut butter or whatever their favorite treat is. And yes, I know, be careful of the peanut butter. So I'm gonna warn you all to be careful of peanut butter. There is a certain sugar that I can never remember the exact way to say it. I think it starts with an X or something, but there is a certain sugar in peanut butters that can kill your dog. So safe peanut butter, you know, for your puppy, or, you know, plain yogurt, or whatever their favorite treat is. But it's another option to distract your dog during the nail trim. And we are not gonna have you use this yet because you've been eating things you're not supposed to lately, so we're gonna save this for another day. And one thing people ask all the time is about the nail grinder, how to get your dog used to it. Start on low setting, be patient, maybe do one nail at a time. If they really don't like this, you can always use an emery board. probably a little bit bigger one than this. This is a very cheapy emery board. May I borrow you, madam? Yeah. So how was your day? I will always recommend having Quick Stop on hand. If you don't have this, you can always use baking soda as like a emergency thing. I've had to use that numerous times on when we used to have like pet rats and anything that would cut their feet open as a quick way to stop stuff. Do you want the emery board? Can I have your pawpaw? You're like, what is that? You are just way too involved in all this. Now every dog is different, obviously. Grant you, there's a standard thing that us groomers, you know, do where we have the dog stand. We also cheat because we have the little lead thing that goes to our table to help keep them standing up. But when they are standing up, I don't know if you're gonna be good for this or not. I don't even know if I'm getting this on camera. So people ask me, how do I keep him from biting me when I'm doing this? And I don't think the camera's gonna show. Oh. So I always try to start off with standing position with dogs. Now, if he's standing this way, I can grab the other side of his leg. He's gonna fight me a little bit. Yeah, you're growling. Pull that paw forward. I do my little nail trim. And if his head does try to turn and snap at me, my arm's over here. Same thing if I'm holding this and I'm doing a nail trim, my arm's here to block him from biting me. Another thing I do is get them in down position. And this is not picking up because I'm a terrible camera person. Oh, there he is. Pretend I'm behind him. So if I was behind him, I would kind of lay him on his side. I know you hate it, buddy. Lay him on his side. So I'm behind him. I've got one hand here and I'm working on his paws that way. Well, I'm back there. I don't have a... Say this room's too tiny. But it's got the best lighting because we live in a dark cave, don't we? Yes, Gypsy. You don't ever have to do this position, even though you do it. So she's like, I'll show you how it's done, guys. So here, put your head down. So I would be doing something like that. Gypsy, you're such a good girl to show, and I would trim. But that's how I get them not to bite me. I'm always making sure my arm, and I'm not pushing hard on, leave her alone, we're not playing. I'm not pushing hard or anything, it's just, I'm barely having my arm here while I'm doing it. Of course, my girls are so good. You're the troublemaker. Hi, baby. Sully, you don't need to help me, but you should take notes because you do very bad for this anymore. Good girl. My goodness. Mommy really screwed up. Look how long your nails are. You're such a good girl. That's another thing. I always praise them. I watch their body language to see if they need a break. But yeah, most of the time my girls will either sit next to me cuddled up, let me trim their nails, or they lay down like this and I just do it that way. Yes, yes, and you get the little belly rubs too. But if you ever need reinforcements, have somebody hold here and maybe hold the back end. She's got her back end kind of where I can't hold it, but she's just trying to get a belly rub. Yes, you are. And while they're holding the dog this way, making sure that that mouth is away from you, you can work on trimming the nails, which is what we've had to do the last 2 times with him because he won't let me. Clea always starts out like this. And eventually, she ends up laying on the floor. Oh my gosh, you got Kruger nails. She's already pulling to the ground. She's like, make it stop, Mom. Another trick is to look underneath their nail to find where the quick is. There's like a little dot there. Supposedly that's where the quick ends. And that's true for the most part, but as long as I groomed, holy crap, girl, what did you do with this nail? That wasn't always the case. There's times that I would try to follow that and I end up cutting the quick. It was very rare I'd ever cut the quick because I was very, my method is to cut off to where I think it's right before the quick and then I sand. I think it's less stressful and painful for the dog, and that's just how I've done it for many years. Your pawpaws are not helping because you have so much mud in there. I can't point out what I'm trying to tell them about it. But the dot part, you kind of see it. There's like a little ball part there, and they say to cut above there. So like I said, it's mostly true, sort of. I don't know, I've seen it not be true. The biggest thing is to be patient, take your time, give them breaks, talk them through it, all that fun stuff. And if worse comes to worse and your dog is still acting like the raptor they are, then you go find a groomer or a vet tech that can do it for you. Because some dogs have the mentality of, you're my parent, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to throw a fit and act a fool even though I know exactly what you want me to do, but I'll be perfect for the groomer. I had that happen all the time. I used to groom so many other people's cattle dogs that they couldn't get the cattle dog to get a nail trim done or brushing, and they did perfect for me. And that really can be a thing that they just, no, you're my human, I don't want you doing it. You gonna let me do any of it? Probably not. We're gonna have to get daddy. See, 1, 2, 3. See, 1, 2, 3. Woo! Make a liar out of me. He's making a liar out of me. You were growling a minute. Maybe you don't like this. No, there he started. Oh no. Oh no. No, no. No, no. No bites. No nothing. Did you just realize what's happening? And 1, 2, 3s. Say 1, 2, 3s. And sometimes noises. I used to do this too a lot when I was a groomer. Make weird noises to distract them. You saw how good your sisters did. Oh. I'm stronger than you, sir.
Oh.
And more stubborn. Man, you all got so much mud in your pawpaws. Look at you being a good boy. Look at this good boy. I can feel you tensing up though. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at you being a good boy. Oh, this one makes me nervous. Oh, that was good. The last 2 times he was like screaming, growling, flinging his body at me and my husband. That's what I was expecting to happen today. And I have no idea if I recorded anything properly for it. I got kisses still, so apparently you're not too mad at me for it. So hopefully that helps you guys out. But like I said, you know, after the patience and the trying to do it and stuff, when it doesn't, when you still can't get it, just go get it done at a professional. Because it's not worth you getting nipped, bit, whatever. Now I'm starting to think he just was testing me, as cattle dog puppies do. And I guess no emery boards for you, since you like to apparently eat them. Does this taste good to you? Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and remember to click all the buttons. And also remember, be safe during your nail trims and such, especially with these little raptors. I now feel like I have to hide all my emery boards. No, this is not food. This is mommy's. You've been tearing up a lot of mommy stuff again lately. I told on you. They're not gonna believe me though, because you made me a liar on the video. Anyway, take care guys. Bye.